Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about things I did to glow up internally and externally and to just level up my life, because I think most people see my story and they just see a girl who lost 150 pounds, had plastic surgery, and think that's all she had to do to glow up. But there are so many things that I did on the inside and on the outside to just live my best life and to truly feel like I'm living a fulfilling life, to truly feel at peace, truly feel happy. And that did not happen just because I lost weight. In fact, weight loss was just a side effect of me working on myself from the inside out. This video is going to be broken down into 3 parts. I'm going to talk about external stuff that I did besides plastic surgery, besides weight loss. Then I'll talk about internal stuff. And last but not least, I'll also talk about the social things. A part of who we are is also how we interact with society and interact with friends and family. And I feel like that's a key thing that a lot of people don't really talk about. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video. So I genuinely feel like when people see my transformation of losing 150 pounds and also like going into plastic surgery, having 3 rounds of plastic surgery, they feel like that is the glow up. Like that is the key to glowing up. You have to lose weight. You have to get your body weight right. You have to like transform yourself on the external. But a lot of the external stuff, like especially like with my weight loss and just like that happened because I was putting my health first and I was like getting rid of these really bad habits. But a lot of that happened because of the internal stuff that needed to happen first and like small little choices that I made over time, just stacking up on top of each other. And a lot of the stuff that happened externally wouldn't be possible if I didn't first work on the internal things. So I'm probably going to break up this video into 3 different categories. It's going to be external glow up, internal glow up, and then social glow up. So I'll first start with the external stuff, and that's also the more superficial things, which yes, can improve your confidence, can make you feel better in your body, make you feel more beautiful, which is all really good things. You know what I mean? All super good things. But the superficial stuff won't matter if you don't also work on the internal stuff. So just keep that in mind while I tell you guys all this. Obviously, I've lost 150 pounds, had plastic surgery. I'm not going to get into that at all in this video, but if you guys want a full in-depth video about like my weight loss journey and like all the habits and stuff that I did to achieve that, I can definitely do an entire video just dedicated to that. But if I talk about that in this video, it's gonna be way too long. So, and by the way, there is no order to this. I'm just going based off of what thought pops up in my brain first. There is not one thing that I feel like is more important than the other thing. This is just simply just an unorganized list of external things I did. So number 1, I focus on my smile. I had 2 rounds of braces, you guys. I'm going to insert a clip of how my teeth looked before. It was something that like my parents never got for me growing up. I mean, my smile wasn't like insanely crooked. It wasn't affecting my speech or the way I ate or anything. It was just something that I was insecure about. And for those of you that don't know, I was an RDA, registered dental assistant, before I, began my content creation career, coaching career. So I actually had a benefit of having braces. I did do 2 rounds. One was in my early 20s, one was in like my mid 20s. I can't do Invisalign or anything at all again because I actually have bone loss from just weight loss and also just from the 2 rounds of braces. I also professionally bleached my teeth a couple times. I also had a very gummy smile. I had naturally super short teeth and it was something that I was very insecure about. I could have gone and done a lip flip, which is where you put Botox in your mouth so that when you smile, the gums aren't showing. But that's something that is a temporary fix and you would have to do again and again and again. So I decided to do gum surgery. One of the doctors that I worked for, he was a cosmetic surgeon, and we just said, hey, one day, let's take care of this. We used a laser. It was very easy. I didn't like have to get numb. And I feel like a smile is one of the first things that someone notices about you. And I just really wanted to have a beautiful smile, especially working in dental for a very long time. I was constantly looking at people's teeth, literally for a living. So of course I wanted to have a nice smile myself. So that was one of the external things that I did that made me feel a lot better in my body. So another thing that I did, and I know that this is, I guess, a hot take or controversial, but I believe in transparency, and I'm going to not like hide anything that I've done, hide any work that I've done. I don't really care what people think. I'm just saying, hey, this is what I did. You know what I mean? But I started getting Botox when I was 24 years old. And I know that's super young, but you guys, it is a preventative thing. And I feel like a lot of people get Botox and filler mixed up. Filler is where you're actually like inserting stuff in your face to make it look more voluminous, make it look more plump. I don't have filler in my face. I only have Botox. So Botox is literally just freezing the muscle. I can't really like move my forehead too much. Like as you guys can see, like it's super, like I just did it like 2 weeks ago. So it's very like prominent right now. I'm about to be 29. So I've been doing it for quite a while. Have there been some months where I couldn't afford to go back and do it? Yeah, but honestly, I've been pretty consistent with it these past few years. I feel like my skin looks pretty good because I've been doing a Botox. I also opt for doing a brow lift with it as well, and I'll do like my bunny lines and like the side of my eyes. I'll do all of that. And because I have vitiligo all over my forehead and all over my eyelids, you guys, there's no pigment in my skin at all. So I'm very like susceptible. I don't know how to say that word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. To premature aging. So yeah, I just don't want to deal with that. Okay, next. I know I said I don't have any filler in my face, but I do have filler on my lips. It's been about 7-8 months since my last appointment. I just did half a syringe, and I did filler a couple times in my early 20s, but I like went and like completely removed it all and then like started fresh. I feel like since my face got smaller, I didn't need like a full syringe. I just wanted like a little half just to make it like a little bit more plump. It's nothing crazy, you guys. I feel like a lot of people don't even like realize that I have lip filler. My lips were never super tiny to begin with. I just feel like because I had such a fuller face and huge cheeks, when I was bigger, I just felt like my lips looked small, but when I lost weight, I realized like they're not that small. So a couple other things I do externally is I really have my skincare routine down to a science. I have a specific nighttime routine and a specific daytime routine. And of course it does include sunscreen. So because I do suffer from PMOS acne and just having a lot of acne on my jawline in general, I do need like anti-acne products even at almost 30 years old. It's just kind of like, it is what it is. Let me hurry up and finish my hair really quick, and then we'll get started on the makeup. Hair is done. I just did some really loose curls just so that it doesn't look like a freaking hot mess. So continuing on, something else I did was I obviously learned how to do my makeup. I started wearing makeup at a super young age because I was very insecure about my vitiligo when I was younger. It's a blessing and a curse because it literally made me one of the most confident people, because I had to deal with so much insecurities at an age where kids should just be worried about being kids, not worried about getting bullied for what your skin looks like. So I would do research on what makeup would look good with my eye color, what makeup would look good with my face shape, with my eye shape and all that. I also have a super girly and feminine mom who's super into makeup. So learning how to do it properly was a game changer. I have posted some makeup tutorials on this YouTube as well, so check them out. And oh my gosh, you guys, I'm peeling so bad from my sunburn that I got last week in LA. Oh my gosh, if you guys saw on Instagram, on my stories, like how bad it's been. I'm in that really yucky peeling phase and it's just so annoying. But so along with learning how to do my makeup, also doing a color analysis helped me out tremendously, because I didn't realize that I don't look good in like browns or creams because I'm a true winter, because I have very dark hair and I have light skin. There's only certain colors that look good on me, and those warmer colors are not it. I look good in cool tone. In fact, I stopped wearing gold jewelry because gold jewelry does not compliment me at all. And I've been wearing gold jewelry my whole life. I actually feel a lot more confident and I feel more beautiful in silver jewelry. And it's crazy because I've literally been in gold my entire life. So you can go on Pinterest and you can look at the different like color wheels there are for color analysis. So dressing in colors that actually complement me and not do me dirty, game changer as well. I'm going to be using this Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation. I do have oily skin, but I still like a luminous glow, especially in the summer. These next few things are things that I've done like within the last 1 to 2 years that just made me feel like I could wake up more confident. And these are also things that I tried kind of going without for a while and realized that like, no, it actually like makes my life easier, makes me more efficient. And number one, eyelash extensions. I've been wearing them on and off, but honestly, I just feel like having the eyelash extensions, I can wake up, I feel put together. I feel like I don't really have to do too much for my makeup. And as a busy mom, you guys, I don't always have extra time to sit down and do my makeup. So just having my lashes done makes a difference. Also, tattooed my eyebrows. As you guys can see, there's nothing on here. This is all tattoo. I love the shape. I'm obsessed with it. Did my tattoo freckles and I tattooed lips as well. So my natural lip color, because I'm so pale, is like super duper white and just I look sick when I don't have anything on my lips. So I did do a lip blush and I wanted like something natural. And another thing that I did that I guess would be like a glow up because it really helped me, especially when I was losing so much hair during my weight loss journey, is I have hand tied beaded extensions. I have 4 rows. A lot of my hair fell out and it was like a glow down for my hair and it looked really stringy. It looked like shit. So I got extensions. And then as my hair was growing in more, I cut my hair into a bob because I've never had a bob in my whole life. My hair has always been a security blanket for me. So I just wanted to see if I could try out the bob and if I would like it. And I liked it at first. And then I realized having a bob is so much more work than actually having long hair. Like it gets oily every single day. You have to spend so much time styling it so that you don't look like fucking, what's that name? Lord Farquaad. Having long hair is less maintenance, to me at least, than having short hair. I wash my hair once a week, I style it once a week, and then I just fix it up and it's fine. Like having short hair is so much more work than long hair. So that didn't last that long and I put my extensions back in and I just feel like my best self with my extensions. So I guess that wraps up my external stuff. So now let's get into what seriously matters a lot, and that is internal things. This is a lot. I don't even know where to start with it. Again, you guys, I'm just going to kind of have some word vomit here. I apologize if things are kind of like all over the place. That's just kind of how my brain works, okay? When I became a mom, and mind you, I became a mom when I was 20 years old. So I was a very young mom and I always had like a 9 to 5. I was always like very independent. So I realized that I needed to have routines in my life for me to get shit done. I have a morning routine. I have a night routine. I have routines for like my meal prep, routines for literally everything. I have my son on a strict nighttime routine. Now, Juicy's kids, I'm getting them kind of like on a strict routine when they're here too, just because I thrive off of routines. I feel like kids thrive off of routines. A book that really helped me with my routines was, I think it's called Atomic Habits, because habits and routines kind of go hand in hand. And to stick with the routine, you have to stick with the habits that shape that routine as well. And it's easy to say, oh, this is going to be a habit of mine. It's hard to stay consistent with it. So habit stacking was also a game changer for me. I can also do a separate video on that because I don't want to take too much time talking about like habits and routines because there's literally so much to say. So something else that helped me, and I know like not everyone can afford this, it was pretty expensive, but I feel like it was definitely an investment and something that I needed to do, was going to therapy, you guys. I did therapy for most of the year last year and I learned so much about myself. I learned a lot of emotional regulation. Something about me that I'm not proud of, that I don't always talk about, is I feel things so deeply. And when I was a child and a teenager, I was a troubled teen. I would be very angry to the point I was breaking furniture, running away. Hold on, my dad's calling me. Hi, Dad.
Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what's going on?
Are you going to Hibachi later? At 6?
Am I going where?
To CTO Adolf?
Yeah.
What time are you leaving?
My deal, well, we're probably going to be at outside the place, there's like a little bar section. Does Justice want to go?
He has the kids. Probably not. He's we have Comcast coming to the house later. He's at the vet appointment with Kiba, so probably not. Okay.
All right, talk to you.
Okay, bye. Sorry about that, y'all. Where was I? Oh yeah, therapy. So just learning that a lot of the things that happened to me, you know, weren't my fault, and learning emotional regulation and learning to stop being a victim to the things that went on in my life, because yes, a lot of traumatic things happened to me. I can, especially my relationships, you guys, like if I told you guys the lore about my last 2 relationships before I met Justice, like I've gone through a lot. That's why I was alone for so long. Like I just was like, we're not doing this anymore. And I really just didn't even trust myself to find a partner. So I think me going to therapy and me learning more about myself and learning about like why I was in these relationships and why I was putting up with this stuff, like it helped me so much. It helped me with my relationship with myself. It helped me have boundaries just in general. Even in my relationship now, I feel like people think like if you have a healthy relationship, that means you don't have to set any boundaries or anything. But having a healthy relationship means you are able to set boundaries. You are able to communicate your needs clearly, and that person respects it, and vice versa. My man has boundaries for me as well, and that's just something we communicate to each other, and that's healthy. You know what I mean? I was such a people pleaser that I thought that creating boundaries was a negative thing when it's really a positive thing. Fixing the relationship that I had with myself also helped me with my relationship just with everyone else in general. Another thing that I got into that I've always kind of been into, but I think in my mid-20s I really got into it, was I started reading books. Not just like self-help books, but like just like romance, fantasy, thriller, mystery, sci-fi, and it just kind of helped me unwind. I'm not the biggest TV person. Yes, I will watch Game of Thrones with my boyfriend here and there. I'll watch some Love Island here and there, but honestly, I like to unwind with a book. I'll take a bath and I'll have my Kindle with me. I'll read for like 30 minutes or an hour before bed, and it just helps me escape this world. I think being able to have something to unwind with, having that escape from reality, is very healthy. Another thing that I started doing a few years ago, and I haven't really done it so much this year, but I definitely want to get back into it. I just feel like my life has been freaking crazy hectic this year, is journaling. Journaling is actually something that I have all of my clients who start working with me start doing like as a habit. Like not just like steps, not just water, but like let's fix the internal stuff too, and that's journaling. So I'll write down what I'm grateful for. I'll write down goals that I have for that month. I'll write down just how I'm feeling. And I think that is a healthy way to cope with things. It's just healthy in general, because I'm telling you guys, like I was a crash out before and I didn't know how to deal with my emotions, and just journaling is something that helped me. It just helped me glow up and become my best self. And I'm not saying like I am the best version of myself that I'll ever be. I'm forever evolving, but these are just things that I know helped me overall be the best version of myself. Okay, now let's kind of talk about the things I did in my social life to also help me glow up, because I feel like everything kind of goes hand in hand. Like we can't only focus on our inside and our outside, because we still are humans who have to interact with other human beings in this world. We live in a society of, hey, I'm not the only one that exists. So how you deal with society, how you deal with other people, I feel like has a direct impact on who you are as a person as well, right? They do say that you are the average of the 6 people that you hang out with, and I find that to be so true. Luckily for me, the friends I've had literally since high school, they are all amazing, ambitious, beautiful women who are literally like the best friends ever. And I think it's super important to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, people who have similar goals as you or like on this similar journey as you. So when I first started my weight loss journey, I was posting on TikTok because I found my community on TikTok of like other people who were also trying to lose weight. And I will always say this, I feel like one of the biggest reasons why I'm so successful with my fitness journey, with my weight loss journey, just with my glow up journey is because of community. Like when you're down, they lift you up. So finding community and building friendships are two very important things. Also with that, you do have to learn to let go of people who are not on the similar journey as you. So I did have some friends who love to drink, love to party, who are okay with just being stagnant, who are okay with not bettering themselves, who are just okay with just doing whatever. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I do have a lot of ambition. I do have a lot of goals for myself. I do hold myself to like a very high standard for a lot of things. So I did have to let some people go. And you know what? That's okay. Some people are in your life for a season. Some people are in your life permanently. And that's just kind of something that I learned over the years is just because I have history with someone and someone didn't necessarily do something wrong to me, but we just don't really align anymore. It's okay to just kind of let that go, because for you to create space in your life for things that should be in your life, for things that are going to take you to that next level, you have to make space for it, right? You can't just keep shoving clothes into a closet that's already full. You have to take out the shit that don't belong there anymore. You have to take out the stuff that doesn't fit. You have to take out the stuff that's no longer flattering. So use that same analogy for the people that you have in your life. And it's always better to have few friends who are really good than just like a bunch of friends who are like half-ass. I guess the tighter you keep your circle, the better of a friend that you can be to those individuals as well, which I feel like is very important. Like not only for you to treat yourself well, but it's also important just that we are treating the people that we care about in our life well too. That attributes to who you are as a person overall, right? So another thing I did is I kind of worked on my relationship that I have with my family. I talked briefly about how I was as a teenager, so you guys can imagine I didn't always have the best relationship with my parents. So something that kind of just helped me out was forgiving them for the past, realizing that I was their firstborn daughter and they were trying their best, and my parents have their own trauma as well. This is also my parents' first time on earth, and just forgiving them and just like enjoying them, because you know, there's gonna be a day where I'm not gonna be able to call my dad. I'm not gonna be able to call my mom. So I'm going to enjoy them so much while they're here and just let go of the past. And what I'm about to say, this is not to take away from anyone's experience with their parents, if they had to go no contact with their parents, if they had to cut their parents off. Genuinely, every single story is different, but the people that I know who have cut off their family members, it's usually kind of selfish and they don't give grace to their family. And I think that's kind of messed up. Like, I would be so heartbroken if I made like a mistake with my child. And again, like there are very valid reasons to cut off family members, but I'm talking specifically about like selfish, self-centered people who want everything done for them and want everything their way and just like so unforgiving. I'm talking about like those kind of people. Like, you have to be a forgiving person sometimes. You know what I mean? It's not healthy to hold on to grudges. It's not healthy to not be forgiving at all. Like, that is not healthy, especially your parents, you guys. Like, I see people who cut off their parents over the stupidest things, and like, you just don't want them in your life at that point. Like, all I can say is the grace that you want from others, you also have to extend to others. Okay, let's put on some setting spray. Lipstick now. Yeah, so all in all, I think that these are things that helped me glow up internally to externally. If you guys want a specific video about anything particular, let me know and I will make a more in-depth video. But just for the sake of time, I just kind of wanted to run down like, hey, these are things I did. These are things I've done that drastically improved my life. I'm happy to make like more in-depth videos about this if this is something that you guys are like interested in. There is one thing that I want you guys to take away from this video. It's you can create any version of yourself that you want, okay? Don't ever think that there's this higher version of yourself that's not achievable. You can change who you are. You can become a better person. It is just something that you have to kind of work on every single day. And the small choices that you make daily do compound. You can't change who you are overnight, of course, but you can make a daily decision that supports that goal and that dream and that aspiration that you have. Shit, that's what I did. And looking back 5 years ago to where I'm at now, I would have never guessed that this is my life now. Like, I am very hard on myself. I'm a perfectionist, but I do have to come down to earth sometimes. I just realize how far that I've gotten in this life, and I'm so grateful. But I wouldn't have gone here if I didn't make a conscious effort and an everyday choice, even when it wasn't easy, even if it wasn't convenient. You know what I mean? I still had to put myself first and make that choice every single day to be where I'm at now. This is Alone Time by MAC, one of my favorite cool tone lipsticks. You guys know I look better in cool tones. Let's put on an outfit now. Okay, so this is the dress I decided to go with. Here are some earrings, and I'm just gonna pair it with these shoes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below, like the video, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing my best to put out videos for you guys every single week. I just started getting into YouTube again these last couple months, so please bear with me with these long form videos. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much.